What's up, Aqua Gang? It is your spiritual gardener Block, and we are just gonna see what it is Spirit wants us to put out on here. We are shadow working, we are going through our bullshit, and we're going to show some acknowledgement towards it. We're not hiding from this. I'm ready to do the shadow work. Sincerely, your shadow self. We are doing the shadow work. You're no longer trying to play yourself, no longer trying to talk yourself out of it. Like, showing some acknowledgement towards it. Um, I don't know about yourself as an Aquarius, but as myself, I'm like someone that overly holds yourself accountable, myself accountable, but it may be some accountability that needs to be accepted somewhere within your shadow work. Okay, so don't avoid that, or don't take that away from yourself. Don't think that you're greater than, that you don't have some accountability that needs to be owed to the table somewhere. And it may not be grand or big, it may be something small, you know what I mean, but it's still something that needs to be acknowledged for self. Even if it's not a public acknowledgement, it's a self acknowledgement. Spirit is saying take someone off a block. Somebody could be trying to contact you, or you and God may not have that connection the way that you used to. You could have had some sort of experience where you kind of backburner God a little bit, and they're like, hey, take me in, take me off block, let's do some work. You see what I'm saying? Somebody could have faced the loss, and you kind of questioned, like, maybe not even question purpose. Maybe you just, once that loss hit, it was a gut punch, and you put yourself on the sideline. And now God is like, all right, come on, don't turn on yourself, don't count yourself out either. A mother's loss, but it came out in reverse, so a lost period. They said, dang, I really miss you. This could be, you could have lost a significant other. I just lost my youngest brother. I know I tagged out for a minute. My brother was killed by a drunk driver. You could have lost your child, no matter the age, from infancy until, however, your child is your child. You know what I mean? If your child passed before you lost your child. Either way, condolences to whoever you lost, and to yourself. It takes a lot to go through everyday life and process things as you go through life. I can say for myself, this is the first time after losing my dad, I shut out, like tapped out. Couldn't nobody find me for a while, you know what I mean? But this one, it hits different because it's a once you're there, now you're not type thing. Unexpectancy. Things that are expected don't hit as hard. But with this unexpectancy, you still learn to handle life. You know what I mean? You may not have been full in, you may have pulled out some, but you were still in the background getting things done. You weren't shut out in depression. And it's like real stagnant energy, so I'm gonna take what's falling, because that's the feeling that is like you're picking yourself up from falling. Okay. Healing works, so do it. Healing work works, so do it. So this is the shadow work. We're having to go through that healing, from loss, you know what I mean? And some things you had to pull yourself back because you had to relearn how to do some things. But this isn't a spirit of aggression, like, oh, you let them do it themselves. It's like, nah, let me do it myself. It's because on the opposite side, it's like, be a helping hand. Like, you're probably the person that's always out helping, and you're like, nah, they got to do it themselves. You know what I mean? I got to take care of self. So this could be the energy. Spirit is saying that you had to stop putting out that energy in this season of loss, and let people learn to deal with their own circumstances on their own, because you have to go through some shadow work. This is the second time this has come out. Scorpio season. You could have lost somebody in Scorpio season. I did. My brother passed November 7th. So Scorpio season could be really big, but it's also something about the zodiac. Like, I keep seeing the Mexican Day of the Dead, Dia Muerte. It's something, and then October, Halloween. Halloween is like how people have Day of the Dead. That is like the American day that you would celebrate your ancestors and stuff like that. So even that's in Scorpio season. So a lot of people could have had loss in this season. Cancer season is here as well. Somebody could have lost somebody during the summer. So this is a season of loss where you have to, and if you lost somebody in this season, you, like, I keep it. What is that song? Fuck the world, I'm a walking erection by Brent Fayez. Like, you was on a crash out. You know what I mean? This is and this was during the summer, June 20th through July 21st. But it could be hitting a little harder now because it's in the winter season, and you go through that winter depression and stuff already without having to deal with loss. But because you're in the house versus it being the summer, you was going out using the energy of going out and kicking it as a crutch or a mask, a cloak. But you have to go through that healing now. This is a call for healing. Yeah, this is an invitation to heal. I keep hearing altar call, like altar call. This is your invitation to heal. Like, your higher self is sending. It's so stagnant. Y'all are so stagnant, and it's okay. It's a hard thing to process. Sorry, I got something in my mouth. But this is your invitation. Most High is sending you the invitation. Your higher self is sending you the invitation to process this. And I can speak on it now because I feel like every time I get the momentum in my readings, like, something happens, I had to step back because I had to process this. It came out again. Altar call. This is your process. It's time to handle this. It's time to go through shadow work. You can no longer hide from this. This is only going to elevate you to make you better once you process this. Like, it sucks. No doubt. Hurry up. You got time. Like, Spirit is trying to keep you, your higher self, God is trying to keep you from losing yourself. Because, again, you could have been through loss before, such yourself, and just completely disappeared, crashed out, like shut down. The only time I moved to a whole nother city, the only time them people ever seen me was to stick my hand out the door to pull in a package, never seen my face type stuff, But this one is different, you're still trying to process the world while processing this, but instead of processing this, it's like, well, I can't handle both. I'm gonna shut this out, and I'm just process the world. Spirit is saying it's time. It's time to come out of this hermit mode. Incognito, it came out in reverse. It's time to come out of this hiding with yourself. It's time to stop acting like you're not hurt and that you don't need the help. You need the, even if it's assistance, like you a parent, you see what I'm saying? But you may need somebody to just come get your kids so you can take a day for yourself, you know what I mean? Something simple, it don't have to be like, oh, I need help with money, I need help with my bills, I need this, I need that. It may not even be monetary, you know what I mean? Maybe something so you can take a day of mental peace. It may be, just something. You need to speak up for what it is that you need. I see 904 on a timer. That might be a significant time for somebody. Your hand up, not in a physical way, but emotionally, you could be a little bit more open about it. I'm not going to say it's immature, but I know, like, when girls go through states of puberty, we kind of like withdraw, go within. Spirit is saying we can keep it gangster, we can keep it cordial, how you want to go about it. So either we can speak about it, and we can go about this shadow work real lighthearted, and I'm probably going to do a part 2 on this, so this really needs to be spoken about. Part 2.